Hi, this is Margarita Cardenas, host of Urban Traditions, once again with you. And today we have members of the 4-H Club. That's an outstanding organization here that helps young people become determined and upstanding young adults. Such is the case for one young member, Laura Weber, who is no longer with the group, but her friends continue to carry the torch to save the planet. You may think that films to save the earth goes to deaf ears, but not so for these young people. We're going to hear about that. And today we have Fiona Benjamin, Katie and Emma Filar, and Julia Hurley. Hi girls, welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, now let's go to each of you. Introduce yourselves and how old you are and what grade you're in. Let's start with you, Fiona.
I'm Fiona Benjamin. I'm 15. I'm entering my junior year at Terra Nova High School in the fall, and I've been in the 4-H Million Trees project since 2008.
I'm Katie Fowler. I'm 13 and I'm going into freshman year at Terra Nova High School, and I've been in the project since 2009.
Hi, I'm Emma Filar. I'm 17 and I'm going to be a senior at Terra Nova High School, and I've also been in the project since 2008.
Hi, I'm Julia Hurley. I am 14 years old. I'm going to be a freshman at Mercy High School in Burlingame, and I've been in the Million Trees project for 2 years now.
Great. Well, Fiona, I'd like to know about the 4-H Million Tree project. How did it get started with you and Laura? 'Cause you and Emma know Laura, right? So tell us about that.
We've been in 4-H with Laura since before the Million Trees project started. She came up with the idea when she watched the movie An Inconvenient Truth by Al Gore. And at the end of the movie, in the credits, there's suggestions for how to help the environment. And one of them just says, plant a tree. So she saw that and she thought about planting trees and what she could do. She thought, plant a tree, plant 10 trees. And she set a big goal for all of us, which was 1 million. So she's not in the project anymore. She graduated high school and she goes to college at Vassar. And but we're still working on the project, working towards our goal, writing grants, planting trees.
Very exemplary for these young people. Emma, tell us about well, what was your experience with, how did you thought that this idea was good? What was your ideas?
Well, I was friends with Laura when she first started, and I've always liked the environment, so I joined her right away and it's helped her work with it, and it's been a lot of fun.
And tell us about how the 4-H Tree Project collaborates with the Earth Day Project.
So every Earth Day is in April, and so every year they have sort of a ongoing thing in Pacifica where everyone helps out. They do a lot of beach cleanups. So for the past couple years, we've been doing that, and we've been planting trees at different places. So we've done it at the library, at Frontierland Park, and a couple other places.
And now tell us the process, because we all know that it's hard to plant, you know, just, oh, let me go over here and plant a tree. We have to get permission. So how did that come about?
So sometimes we come up with places to plant trees, or people will ask us if we can plant trees in a certain area. And so we'll go to, if it's a place from either the people who own that place, so either the city or, you know, and we'll go there and ask them, and if they want it, usually they pick out their own trees. And we can help get money. We've gotten grants to do some of these tree plantings, and they'll pick where they want the trees to go as well, and then we come and we plant the trees there.
Okay, so yeah, there is some organization, and they do choose what trees they want, especially for Frontierland. I saw those. Well, it's a tiny redwood tree right now, but it looks so majestic next to its big brothers and sisters there. And I know that this costs money, and so how did you, Julia, tell us about, you wrote some grants, so tell us about your process to write grants.
Well, when trying to write a grant, it's not so easy to get money.
No.
So you have to find an organization that's willing to give you the amount that you're looking for to create and finish off a planting all in one. And so what I had to do was I had to write to the San Mateo Parks, and I asked for a grant to plant 50 trees and shrubs in a flood park. And I got $500 for that. And so everybody came together on an assigned date. And the $500 that I earned, along with Julian Levy from the 4-H Million Trees Project, who isn't here today, but he wrote a grant, and together we were able to come up with the cost for the trees, and then we had a very successful planting that day.
Yes, Julian Levy. He did a wonderful project, reforesting San Bruno. We all know the terrible fire that demolished so many homes there, and ABC actually covered him for Earth Day and all the planting that they did there. He asked people, I saw his website, he's on a website, and people submitted for special trees that they wanted to plant there. Very commendable. And so, do you know anything more about the project there in San Bruno?
Well, actually, all of us were like his ambassadors.
Uh-huh.
And so people would be assigned to houses and planting trees in those certain houses, and we would each get like a section of the neighborhood. And we would go make sure the trees were planted correctly and that they got what they needed. And everything was good so that the tree would grow and become very fruitful. And so that was a really great experience, getting to meet like the owners of the houses and everything there. It was very touching because some of them, like you could see houses that were like not even there anymore.
Exactly.
And then like people would say how devastated they were, and it was just a really good experience.
Yes, I have to commend you kids, because look at how old you are, and you're saving the planet by just planting little trees. Now, I want to talk to Katie, because your group leader, who is Tom Weber, and I want to thank you, Tom, for connecting me with the kids here. Katie, he tells me that you are a master tree digger. Tell us about that. How long? Because now, how old? You're right now. You're 13.
Yes.
And how old were you when you started?
2009, so that's 3 years ago, so I'd be 10.
10, and you were digging those trees. Tell us your process there.
Well, Million Trees isn't all just about writing grants and saving the planet in big ways. It's also about, getting your hands dirty and planting trees. And that's, I think, something that we all find very enjoyable. You get to connect with everyone, have fun, and it really gives you a great feeling when you're planting a tree, because you know that you're doing that little bit to help the environment and your part. And planting a tree, we sort of partner up with each other and grab shovels, and sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard, sometimes you have really hard dirt. I know we've experienced that on occasion, and get the pickaxe then, and empowering.
Oh, you love those pickaxes, I hear.
And it's a lot of fun, and it gives you a great experience that I hope that a lot of people have felt, because planting a tree, it feels really, really great, because you know that if it survives and lives on to help the environment, then you know that you've done your part. And it's just a great feeling, and it's great knowing that you planted this tree, and that, hopefully people will be able to see it and get inspired by it. And
well, you're giving life, because tree is life, and I can understand. I get a joy out of when I put my little plants and I see something green. Oh, that makes my day, really. So I can understand you guys going back to all these places that you've planted these trees, and they're not that big, but they're pretty good size now, because you started in 2008, so that's 3-4 years now. So they're pretty good, they're getting there. But now, I know that sometimes people do not take. You guys Who wants to talk to me about that? Because I know sometimes they, who takes care of the trees? After you planted them, what happens, Emma, or whoever with
Well, sometimes like a family, like one of us, our family would adopt the trees, and they would go and visit them and like make sure that they have the water that they need, and that like the poles that are holding them up aren't like falling over and pulling the tree down with them. That's just kind of what we do. And sometimes the like the school or the area that takes that has the trees will offer to take care of them.
but some people have faltered. When we went out, yeah, tell us about which one was that? Was that Terra Nova?
Yeah,
that mark on Terra Nova. Yes.
We did a tree planting at Terra Nova, and some of the trees are starting to not get, starting to die because they're not getting watered. So we're gonna have to go there and start watering them just till they get there, just till they get started.
Oh, okay. So you're adopting them again, so that since they're not taking care of them.
I think we're planning on it. Yeah.
Okay, great, great. Well, Fiona, let us know, because I saw on your website about that this is, besides being a local organization, you reached out nationally and even internationally. Tell us about this.
So when we first started the idea for Million Trees, our idea was to try to make every 4-H club in the country aware of the project. That's a little difficult. There's 6 million 4-Hers in the United States, but we did spread to some other states. I think almost all states except 2 have sub-clubs participating in 4-H Million Trees. And as far as internationally goes, we have a partnership with 4-H clubs and villages in Kenya and I think Uganda and other developing African nations. A lot of the rainforest there, which is some of the richest in the world, has been deforested for firewood and mostly cookers. That's how they cook their food in places like Kenya.
Right.
So we're helping them to learn about planting trees, the kids in the village to learn about planting trees, and for them to develop tree nurseries so that they can use this wood for firewood or use these trees to reforest the rainforest. Either way, it helps prevent erosion and deforestation.
Exactly. And is Africa the only country that have responded, that you've collaborated with so far?
Especially recently. I think initially we might have had some contact with Canada, but as far as I know, they're the only international countries that we've had real contact with.
Oh, okay.
And it's still growing. It's definitely a really healthy relationship.
Oh, that's wonderful. See, I love that. That's wonderful that it's still growing, and because we have to save Mother Earth. Well, girls, now for each of you, this experience is, do you want to continue in well, I know you're all ecologists. Is this influencing you in some ways for your future careers? Let's start with you, Fiona.
I don't know if I joined Million Trees because I'm interested in ecology, or if I'm interested in ecology because I joined Million Trees, but I'm definitely interested in ecology, botany, biology, and agriculture. I think maybe I might be interested in like sustainable farming in the future, or biology. So definitely plants are a big part of my life, and gardening, and yeah. So I'll definitely continue to pursue that. I just don't know to what extent.
You're just starting, yes. How about you, Katie?
Well, ever since I was very little, I've always wanted to save the planet and help animals and whatnot. And nowadays, I really want to work in Antarctica, actually, observing carbon dioxide levels down there, and working to fight global climate change, which is, sort of what we're doing now.
It's major, yes.
Yeah, and like I did a speech not too long ago, and we're talking to people and learning how to work like this, and I think that's going to be really helpful in the future for when I'm doing something similar.
Yes, Tom told me that you spoke to how many people?
I think 700.
Oh my God, and where was this?
UC Davis for State Field Day. It's about a month ago.
Oh wow, and what was the subject?
Just about the project, trying to get people involved, because it's really important. I think we still have, a few 100,000 trees to plant. So it's really important to get other people involved.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. How about you, Emma? Is this your last year, you said?
Yeah, this is my last year of high school, so I'm sort of thinking about college. I'm not exactly sure what I want to go into yet, but I definitely love ecology and biology, and it might not be something that I go into later in life, but I'm definitely going to keep, gardening, planting trees, and helping out with projects like this.
Exactly. And yeah.
Well, I don't know about going into this type of field for a career, but I'm definitely going to continue planting trees and keeping up gardens for a long time.
Yeah, well, you're just starting out in high school, right? Yeah, you have a long way to go. But tell us about, now, the grant writing. That is a difficult task for anyone, even for an adult. And you were able to, now you and Julian, I understand that you submitted more grant proposals. What is the success so far?
I've only submitted one grant and I received $500, but I think a lot of people in our project have submitted grants and they've all been pretty successful. And I think that we're off to a good start and that we're only going to continue getting better and getting more money as we go along.
And I wanted to go back to Emma about the Earth Day because, like you said, everybody cleans up the beach. Mm-hmm. How long has Earth Day and the 4-Hers have you collaborated together?
So, we've been, I think, doing this for about 2008, so pretty much since we started. And it's been really fun because it's different from cleaning up the beach, and it's sort of fun to go out and plant trees.
Yes. Well, let me see. Is there anything? Now, this is your platform, girls. I'd like for you to reach out to anybody that's watching out there, and what would you say to them to get them to plant? Because you still need. So far, how many trees have you planted, Katie?
406,000.
Wow! Wow! That's an excellent task so far.
Yeah.
But I want each of you to think. What would you tell anybody out there in order to motivate them?
I think the one thing that I definitely want to say is that everyone talks about climate change and it's this big scary thing and it's bigger than us and we can't deal with it alone, but we don't have to deal with it alone. We just have to do our own little teeny tiny part, and it's something that anyone can do. It could be planting a tree in your backyard, it can be recycling, it can be riding your bike to school, and I just want to say that it's not bigger than us, and if everyone did our tiny part, it could help to solve the problem. So don't let it overwhelm you.
Great.
Yeah, it's also not just about working as an individual. A lot of people don't actually know about how climate change is affecting the world. And it's also, if you know about it or want to know about it, you should go ask someone or tell someone about it. And just get people involved. And I think that's one of the best things to do. Because as Fiona was saying, it's not just a one-man project. It's worldwide, and we have to get as many people involved and do your part, and I think that's pretty important.
Emma?
So I was just going to say that, planting trees, it's not like you have to go out and plant 100 trees all at once, You can do it with friends. You can just plant one little tree, and it's not very hard, It's pretty fun, and you just got to keep it up. It's a really good experience.
Great. And Julia?
Well, I was just going to say, if everybody does their little part, then it will be a big effect. It's not like when people say sometimes, doesn't matter if I do it or if I don't, it's not going to make a difference, but it really does. And everything counts.
Exactly. And, now 4-H Club. This is a separate project from the 4-H Club. Mm-hmm. Exactly what does the 4-H Club do for you? Or, what are the activities?
So 4-H as a broader organization is it's for youth, run by youth. So it provides opportunities to do a lot of things that you can't do in an urban environment, like raise animals, learn to cook, learn to plant trees, and A Million Trees, as a smaller part of that, is a service learning project which combines something that you learn about like science or ecology with community service. So it's just a teeny tiny part of the broader 4-H organization. But what 4-H does for us is provides kind of an outlet for us to work through. So there's 6 million youth in 4-H in the United States. So it's all these kids that we target and kids outside of 4-H to try to help with the project. So 4-Hers tend to be a really motivated group of people, so it's a great group of people to work with to try to accomplish something big like this.
Exactly. What did you learn, Katie?
About 4-H?
Yes.
I've been in the project, I think, just a few years after my sister went in, because she really inspired me to get involved with the community and do various projects, especially with her and Fiona, because we're pretty good friends. And it's a lot of fun, and also it gives you lots of opportunities to learn about different crafts or pursuits, and it's just a great opportunity to learn and live and you know, get involved with other people and develop those skills.
Exactly. And Emma?
So I've been in pretty long, and you get to learn, you know, a lot of things. But you get to, there's a lot of community service, you get to go out in your community. There's a lot of leadership skills involved that you learn and do a lot with. And there's a lot of other 4-Hers who are really, you know, pretty motivated, and we all like to have fun together. So
That's
great.
Yeah.
Well, there's not just opportunities to plant trees, there's opportunities to like raise animals. Like you guys raised like livestock this year, and I'm more into the creative, like cooking and beading and stuff like that. But it's really cool to raise an animal, and it gives you a lot of opportunities for community service, like Emma said, and leadership. Fiona and I were on the board last year, and Emma's on the board this upcoming year. And it's a really good opportunity to step up and like be in charge of some things, and it's really a good experience.
Well, very commendable. It's been a pleasure to meet all of you. I wish you the best in your future careers. Whatever you do, it's going to be outstanding. I want to thank all of you for coming to the studio. And everyone, now you know about 4-H. They need money. And they need people to have some manpower to get out there and plant some trees. That's very simple. It's very fulfilling. Besides physical activity, you get a sense of spiritual and just healthy fulfillment. This is Margarita Cardenas with you in Urban Traditions, and befriend us on Facebook. We're going to see you next time. Send us those questions. We always have some experts. This was a special edition of Urban Traditions because this is connected with the Earth Day Project. Thank you and happy gardening, everyone.